Before we jump into the Excel shortcuts and I start showing you guys some killer combos, we're going to start with a brief overview of the Excel interface. This is the interface. I want you to get familiar with the parts because I'm going to be referring to them throughout the course. So we start off with the quick access toolbar at the very top. You see where these numbers are? The way to access them is by pressing the Alt key. So when you press the Alt key, it's going to have these numbers at the top. It's going to have, letters here across the ribbon, which is the next part of the interface that we're going to talk about. So you press the Alt key, and these are basically hotkeys, and they're completely customizable, these numbers. We're going to talk about these later in the course. And then these are the main sections of the shortcut areas. So once you pull this up with the Alt key, you can press the arrow key to go to a new section, and then you press one of these letters to drill down and see even more shortcuts. So the second part is the ribbon. And then the formula bar down here, when you click F2 into a cell, it's going to send you into the formula bar where you can make some changes yourself. And then here's your worksheet tabs at the bottom. We're going to talk about how to navigate through these pretty easily without a mouse. So that might be new to a lot of you. I'm excited to get on that. And the last part is the grid, which is just rows and columns. Really makes up the bread and butter of Excel. So before we try to jump into the application and learn a bunch of crazy shortcuts to make us super fast and efficient, let's just take a step back and get familiar with the interface of Microsoft Excel. So here are the basic parts we're going to talk about. You got your quick access toolbar, which is the green bar across the top. You got your ribbon, which is all these functions right here. Your formula bar, which is right in here. That's what you're working on when you click on a cell. Your worksheet window, which is this whole window right here. And that's composed of the grid boxes, which are rows, which are numbered, and columns, which are letters. And then you have various worksheet tabs at the bottom that you can click on to go to a new worksheet. So the entire thing together is called a workbook. And real quick, there's going to be two types of Excel shortcuts that you're going to use. There's going to be, sequential and ones that are simultaneous. So what I mean by a sequential shortcut is something that you hit the keys in a sequence. And a lot of these are the Alt commands. So if I press the Alt button, which I just did, you can see the quick access toolbar across the top. This is customizable, and you hit a number to use any one of these shortcuts. And then if you look at these letters, these are actually different submenus that you can drill down into, and you can use anything you see here. So I press the Alt button. Now that I'm in the ribbon, if I press the H key, which for home, I can use any one of these. And then to get around here, let's say I want to change the color of a box. So you see the color of the box, the fill color is H. And now, using the arrow keys, I can move around to a different color. So to move around anywhere in the ribbon without using the mouse, you can press the Tab key to go from section to section, or you can press the arrow keys to move around individual icons within a section. And then, one thing I didn't show you is, let's press Alt H, and then let's try pressing Tab. So you see how we're tabbing through here? If I want to enter one of these, so if I want to get into this box right here, I press the space button. Now I'm in the zone right here. So look, I can press Tab. So I can tab through it all. Alt H, and then let's just start tabbing through. You can press the space bar on any one of these to enter that. So I just decrease the size by pressing the space button. It's basically the selection button. So you drill down by pressing the space bar. Or if there's a checkbox, you can check it using the space bar. Okay, let's move on to the formula bar. So the formula bar is right here, and anytime you have some kind of calculation, so let's say equals this plus this, right? So right here, if we want to go into that formula bar, we're going to press that right there. Yeah, function F2. F2. So we just entered that cell just by pressing that one key. So you don't have to double click with the mouse. So let's go back over here. So we just talked about the formula bar, and we talked about the worksheet window, which is composed of the grid, and the worksheet tabs. So let's move on.